Those jars were what she used to store her herbs. Then that bag was a shopping bag. And here is a picture of her after she was pushed from Fela's house in Lagos.
She was pushed.
She was pushed from Fela's. That was what led to her death.
This is the balcony of the house, and I like the balcony here. It's very chill.
She was buried in the Anglican church where her husband used to be a clergyman.
Was he buried there as well?
He was buried, so she was buried in his tomb.
In his tomb?
Yes, she was buried. He was buried down and she was buried on top of him.
Ah, interesting. This building is more like where Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti and her husband, her children lived like thousands of years, not thousands, maybe hundreds of years ago. How much? Just
How many are there?
We are currently at the Kuti Heritage National Museum, and I came here kind of with full energy, but something happened and it just kind of affected my mood. But after the whole museum tour, I'm going to explain what happened and you guys will get it basically.
Welcome to the Kuti Heritage Museum, the residence of Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti and her husband, Oludotu Ransome-Kuti. We'll be starting with Funmilayo. So she was born in Abeokuta in 1900. She was the first woman to attend Abeokuta Grammar School. At that time, Abeokuta Grammar School used to be an only boys' school. She was the first girl to be admitted into the school. Then later on, after her university studies, she would come back to be a teacher in Abeokuta Grammar School. In 1919, she left for Winchester School for Girls in England to pursue her studies. And by the time she returned to Nigeria, she stopped. Because she had encountered racism, she dropped her Christian name, Frances Abigail. She stopped putting on English attire, and she also stopped using the white man medicine. She was involved in a lot of the most important anti-colonial educational movements in Nigeria, and she fought tirelessly for women's access to education and political representation because she was fortunate to her parents sent her to school, so she wanted other girls to go to school. She had 4 children, Dolupo, Bekolari, Olukoye and Fela, and they played important roles in education, healthcare, arts and political activism. In 1944, she founded the Abeokuta Ladies Club. The Abeokuta Ladies Club was a club for the elite women in Abeokuta. But then later on, she wanted to expand the club whereby bringing the less privileged, those women that couldn't read and write. So she wanted them to mix with the high class so that, we could effect change in society. So at that time, she taught them to read, she educated them on their rights. And apart from that, she was the first woman to drive a car, and she was also involved, also deeply involved in politics too. So moving to Reverend. So Reverend, her husband, he was born in Abeokuta in 1891. He was born to Josiah Ransome-Kuti and Bethany Olubi. Josiah Ransome-Kuti was an Anglican clergyman and was also a music composer. So Israel completed his primary and secondary school here in Abeokuta, while some in Lagos also. From there, he moved to Furabe College, where he completed his undergraduate studies. Then when he got back to Nigeria in 1916, he became a class teacher at Abeokuta Grammar School. And he also became the first black principal of Abeokuta Grammar School. From there, he moved to Jebode Grammar School. He was the principal there. From there, he also became the pioneering president of the Nigerian Union of Teachers. He was the first president of NUT. Then the Kuti Hall at the University of Ibadan was named after Reverend. Then in 1955, so he retired in 1954. Then in 1955, he died of a cancer-related illness here in Abeokuta. This house, yes. So I'm moving on. So this is the family tree, and this is Funmilayo's mother. This is Israel's father. Israel's father was an Anglican clergyman and a music composer. So Israel and Funmilayo, they got married in 1925, and they had 4 children. Dolupo, Olukoye, Fela, and Bekolari. Dolupo was a nurse and a raconteur, which means a storyteller. Olukoye, doctor, healthcare advocate. Fela, musician, social and political activist. Bekolari, doctor, social and political activist. And they all had children. Dolupo had 2 children, Olukoye 3, Fela 7. One is late now. And Bekolari had 4
Just
children.
One of his children is late.
Yes, Shola is late now. Then this is a family portrait that was taken under a bamboo tree. And here we have the death and birth of the children. Dolupo, the firstborn, died last. She died in 2010. So she watched her siblings, all her siblings died before her.
Is she the first child?
Yes, the first and the only child. Then music in the family. Reverend and his father were music composers, and same as they were Anglican clergymen. So they were the ones that composed the Egba anthem, because it is rather the Abeokuta Grammar School anthem. So the Alake loved it, and it became the Egba anthem. And apart from the Egba anthem, they also composed other Yoruba hymns. Abeokuta Grammar School just had to be made mention of because the patriarch and the matriarch of the family all attended Abeokuta Grammar School. They were teachers there. We have notable alumni of Abeokuta Grammar School. We have Wole Soyinka, Abeokuta Ransome-Kuti, Fela Anikulapo Kuti, Adesiju the former Oni of Ife, Josiah Majekudumi, Tunde Kilani. They all attended Abeokuta Grammar School, and this school still exists till today. Its permanent site is at Idiaba, Abeokuta. So here we have different faces of Funmilayo, different pictures, different faces of our life. And here we have some pictures of Reverend. So here we have newspaper excerpts of Funmilayo. This side is for Funmilayo, that side is for Reverend.
Did she like write them or what?
No, so different things that she did, doing different experiences she had. Probably was like this one now. The Alake of Egbaland that was sent on exile. This newspaper report is about him.
Story.
Yes, this is a story. This is a picture of her and some students, alumni in the UK. This is what we have here. Here, how can Nigeria help Britain? When Funmilayo was at
How can Nigeria what?
help Britain. When Funmilayo, they had a meeting 1947. So Funmilayo was seated among, she was the only woman in the meeting here. And this was how Nigerian leaders were talking about how they could help Britain, because Britain's economy was very bad at the time. And here, police seized Funmilayo's passports. This one talks about how she was about to travel and they seized her passports. It was not like she had committed any crime, basically. It was just the activism and all that they were trying to maybe break her wings and all. So that's what we have here. So basically, everything here is just different things that happened in her life that was recorded in the newspaper. That's what we have here. And here is a picture of her after she was pushed from Fela's house in Lagos.
She was pushed.
She was pushed from Fela's. That was what led to her death. She was pushed from Fela's
Like
house.
from
A story building, yes.
She died there.
She didn't die. She just
immediately.
sustained injuries, but then she did not die immediately.
Okay.
So,
Sorry. Do you tell the story why she was pushed?
what happened was soldiers went to attack Fela, and then they met her there.
Yeah.
When they met her there, they pushed her because they really attacked everybody and all. So she was trying to like resist, oh, leave me, and stuff like that. Then he pushed her.
Okay.
So she didn't die immediately. She just sustained injuries. So yeah, she was just narrating her experience. And here, this was after she died. This was 1978 when she died. So this was her funeral service.
She died at what age?
78 years.
Okay.
So this was her
How about her husband?
He died in, I mentioned it earlier, 1955.
What age?
He died, it was born in 1891. So 1891 to 1955, that is 9 plus 55, that's 64. Died at 64. So where would she be buried? The government wanted to give her a befitting burial, but then her family rejected. They said provide the soldiers are pushed her mother, and since they couldn't provide, so she was buried. The family buried her on their own. So she was buried in the Anglican church where her husband used to be a clergyman.
Was he buried there as well?
He was buried. So she was buried in his tomb.
In his tomb?
Yes, she was buried. He was buried down and she was buried on top of him.
Ah, interesting.
So this side is for Reverend, and during Reverend's life, he was an educationist, a teacher, everything in education. You find Reverend there, and he was an Anglican clergyman. These were like the basic things he did all his life. School, church. Here are some pictures of him and his father. He and some students of Abeokuta Grammar School. Same thing here. This is a picture of him, his wife, and Olusegun Obasanjo.
Oh, yeah.
At the time. So after he died, this was like a newspaper report on, just talked about him basically. So now we're going upstairs.
This building is more like where Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti and her husband, her children lived like thousands of years, not thousands, maybe hundreds of years ago, maybe. But yeah, this is the stairs going up. We are like at the upper part of the house.
So this is Funmilayo's library.
Her library. So this is her library. See like very old books. Did she write some of these things?
No, so some books here belong to her, but then after she died, some other people lived here. So
They lived here.
yeah, so
Ah,
some of them
interesting.
belong to her grandchildren,
Oh,
not just her.
so this is her library.
Libraries. This is their balcony.
Sorry. This is the balcony of the house, and I like the balcony here. It's very chill here. Very, very chill. And
This is Reverend's sitting room. This is where he used to entertain guests. Anytime people came from church
to
or the
visit him.
office. Yes.
This rug, was it the rug they used?
No.
They changed it.
Yeah.
This set, this is a stereo, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a stereo set. I think my mood is coming back.
So this is Reverend's bedroom, and these are his clothes.
Oh, his room is actually very big and decent. So this is Reverend. What's his name?
Israel.
Oludotun.
Ransome-Kuti.
This is Reverend Oludotun Ransome-Kuti's room.
This is Reverend's piano, because I said it was a music composer.
Yeah, you mentioned.
So this is piano, and this is Funmilayo's bedroom.
Where? So this is Mama's room. Ah. This place is shaky. There's this very cute mirror here. But like very ancient. Like ribbons and I don't know what is there. See her picture. Yeah. This cupboard. Empty space. This bed was from then, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is their dining room, and this is where Reverend used to, this was, sorry, their family living room, and this was their dining area.
Okay, that one was for visitors.
Visitors, yes.
And this is their actual dining
Yes,
room.
and these teacups were imported from China at the time. Those jars were what she used to store her herbs. Then that bag was a shopping bag.
This is her shopping bag. Her maybe plates. I don't know. She kept her herbs here because she did not take the white man's drugs.
Medicine.
And this is their dining space. And here we have. You said these wares were imported from
China.
Can I touch?
Yes, you can touch them.
Sorry. Oh, they're very cute. I like it. So fine. And this is their family living room. Where is this?
And this is one of the children's bedroom.
It's small. This is the child's bedroom here.
This is their kitchen.
This is their kitchen here. Nothing here actually, it's just an empty space.
This is their bathroom.
They all shared one bathroom.
This is the only bathroom in the
Left.
house, yes.
So we don't know if they shared the same bathroom or maybe something happened. Well, where's this space here?
It's like a store.
Oh, that's the store.
So we're going downstairs. You have to be careful. Stairs are steep.
Okay. They are what?
The stairs are steep, so you have to be careful. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
If you know many people, let's go this way.
I would expect you too much.
Good morning.
Good morning. I tell myself before smiling when I see.
Where is this?
So this is second generation, and in 2014, UNESCO honored women in African history. So Funmilayo was one of the women they honored. So they made this comic book in honor of her. So here, this is the second generation, and here we have a biography of all the children.
One of Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti.
These are all her children.
She had
Four children.
4 kids.
Yes.
This is her first. This is one of her child. Another one. His story, pictures about him. This is Fela that we
Fela.
all know. His story and pictures about him. And
Olikoye rather.
Olikoye. Oh, he looks cute. In fact, all our children look very cute. So this is the room talking about all of her children and like things they did, their memories and stuff.
This is Fela and one of his wives, and this is Fela's daughter. This is Fela's first wife.
Sorry, Fela got married to how many wives?
So he had 31 wives.
31
He had 31 wives. So he had 27. He married 27 in a day.
in a day.
In a day, they were his band members. But then apart from that, he now had 4 separate wives.
Wait, he married 27 wives.
He had 31 wives.
He had 31 wives. He married 27
in
women
a day,
in a day.
But then in total, he had 31.
31.
So
So
just
he married
4 of the women had children for him. So the 27 was more like a contract marriage.
I get it now.
So this is one of Fela's wives here. Olukoye and his wife and their child. This is the first car Funmilayo drove. She was first man to drive a car in Nigeria. This is the
First woman
car.
to drive a car in Nigeria.
She was first man to drive a car. So this is the first car. This is the first
Where's the car?
Huh?
Where is the car?
This is it here.
Like, where is it at now?
No, it doesn't exist again. It's just the last car we have here.
Okay, can we see that?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to where the last car that they drove.
Funmilayo drove.
That's Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti drove. This is the last car remaining. And that is where we are headed. Yeah. She was the first woman to drive a car
In
in
Nigeria.
Nigeria. And this is the last of her car remaining. This is the garage.
This is the garage, and this is
Yeah.
the last car she drove.
Oh. What model of car is this?
A Volvo.
Volvo. Sorry. This car is long. That one. See her last car remaining. Seeing it. That all?
Yes, that's all.
Okay, thank you. So we come to the end of I'll pick it, the Kuti Heritage Museum, and this is actually a place where Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti and her family members stayed. Now let me give you guys the full gist. Give me a minute. See, I just want to apologize for what happened in the morning. I hope you are not angry. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Try and hit it first so that you know what to say now.
So
If you hit it, you come back.
he gave me chips for PR.
This plantain chips you can see anywhere.
You deliver nationwide, yeah?
Yes, I
I'm
do.
going to add your number
I do.
and everything. So I'm going to add his
This plantain
details.
is how this in US presently. I have it
So
in US.
he delivers
I have
nationwide.
it in Finland.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll reach out and I'll drop your details.
Before you leave Abeokuta,
Okay,
because I know you're going to call me to bring more.
I definitely will do so. Thank you very much.
Now, when you call me,
So guys, I came here this morning and I was supposed to meet with the guy Fatu who takes me around Abeokuta here. I was supposed to meet with him, and then when I came this morning, we agreed to meet here this morning. So I came here before him and I was waiting. So now when I got to the gate was a little open, like slightly open. So I'm like, please, can I come in? I saw a guy at the gate. I'm like, please, can I come in? And he said yes. So when I came in, I asked, can I sit? Because there were like 2 chairs there, and he offered me a seat, and then I sat down. All of a sudden, this lady, that one on white hijab, that I said you should notice. All of a sudden, she just ran and came and started shouting, why would you open the door? What does she want? I'm like, wait, what is happening here? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand what it was that was happening here. She came and she was really on top of her voice. She was shouting at the guy, maybe indirectly talking to me. Why would you allow her come in? Is she here for a tour? Why, all of this kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, calm down. I didn't say anything. I was just seated, trying to be calm and waiting for my guy to come. And then she kept going on and on and on like that. But then I kept my chill. Later, she all of a sudden she went inside the room where we made the payment for the ticket, and she was still shouting. She was on. I could hear her from there. She was on top of her voice talking to some people, and they were laughing. And I don't understand what was going on. And then after that, she passed and she was smiling and greeting me. I actually did not answer her because my mood had been pricked at that point. I didn't like what it was that was happening there. If not because I had to do this, honestly, I would have just left without doing anything. And then she went upstairs to report to another person, and that one now called, the guy now called this security guy. I don't know if he's the security guy, but the guy that opened the door for me. And he called the guy now that she went to report to, called him and like, oh, what is happening? This and that and that. Like, is it really necessary? Is it really necessary? Whatever happened this morning really pissed me off because I don't understand. I don't know if I'm overreacting, but I don't think I'm overreacting because it is not as hard. Okay, what do you want? Did you come to see the museum and stuff? Okay, how may we be of help to you and stuff? It is that easy. I don't know why she was escalating it, and then she's trying to act like everything is all good. But that was what happened this morning. Anyway, we've come to the end of this video. I know I'm not in my best mood. I was not in my best mood in this video. But if you enjoyed it, if you learned a thing or two, please let me know in the comments what you learned. Let me know in the comments if I was overreacting or not. But I don't think I was overreacting. But let me know if you think I was overreacting. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not. And I'll see you in my next one. Until then, bye.